Hey guys, it's Ken from Cactus Jam Games, where we talk about and play board games. We're going to continue our discussion on Suburbia, and in particular we're going to be doing the playthrough turns 2 through 5. So pull up a chair and join me at the table. Okay, let's take a look. This is actually the second turn for the first player. And recall, personal goal is to have the most money. Well, one of the ways of generating cash very easily in this game is to place lake tiles or water tiles. This player sees an opportunity to get a boost on that as well, to generate some real income. So looking at the real estate market, and this is a tile that's pretty popular, they're looking at the Waterfront Realty. What this does is it's going to boost the amount of money you get for each waterfront tile that you place. This player has $9, and the tile is going to cost $8, $6 for the tile plus $2 for the real estate cost. So let's go ahead and pay that to the bank. And when we take this tile, we can hear groaning around the table because other players wanted this tile too. Now that we're back at the burrow here for the first player, where we place it is probably not as important. Let's go here. Okay, by placing this tile here, let's take a look at any effects on the tile. Well, there aren't any. And these are just conditional effects that are not satisfied or not completed yet. So there's really nothing for us to do. But we do see that this tile allows us our reputation to go up 1 for each adjacent blue. So we're going to move our reputation up 1. And now our reputation is at 3. Let's go ahead and collect our income of 1 and do a reputation score as well. So the first player, black player, just collected $1. They're up to $2. They're pretty poor cash-wise. So they're gonna have to figure out a way of generating cash. Their reputation is at 3 now. So their score goes to 7. They've tied with red. Let's go clean up the real estate market. Ooh, this airport is getting cheaper. That's interesting. We'll talk about that in a little bit, I'm sure. The mint is now at $23, 15 plus 8. And we've got a homeowners association. This is another really interesting tile. First thing it does is it gives you $1. I'm sorry, not $1. First thing it does is give you 1 population. And then it gives you $2 for every green tile that is in play. Right now, everyone has at least 1 green tile. This one would be a 5th one. If you play this one, you get $10 immediately. So if the cost is 6, you're actually going to make money by playing this tile. And then for every green tile that gets added throughout the game, you're going to get another $2. Okay, we're on turn number 2 for player 2, which is the yellow player. Their personal goal, and again, these tiles will be face down. I'm just keeping them face up because it's easy for me to remember, but they would be face down in a real game with other players. Personal goal means that they need to have the highest income. Right now their income is 2, which puts them in second place. That's not enough to score any points for that. So they need to work on ways of getting their income up. So let's take a look at our tiles. They have $7 to spend. I mean, it would be great to be able to get the mint. They just don't have the cash for it right now. Oh, this airport is pretty amazing. You know what they're going to do is they're going to get cash. And so they're going to take this tile here and they're going to flip it over. And when they flip it over, they're going to convert it into a lake. What do they have to pay? Well, they have to pay 0, the tile itself, plus 0, the cost of the real estate. So this costs nothing. And now they get to bring the lake back to their burrow. Let's go ahead and do that now. And they've left a little pocket right here. And this was done on purpose because they planned on putting a lake here. And by putting a lake here, they're adjacent to 3 other tiles. They're going to get $2 for every tile they're next to. 2 times 3, $6 from the bank. So they're up to $13, not too shabby. Gives them a lot of buying power for future turns. By placing the lake here, there's no interactions at all. We've already done it by collecting $2 for each one. No tiles interact with the lake. No tiles in other boroughs, other players' areas interact with that as well. So let's go ahead and collect our income, which is $2 with 1 reputation. So let's go ahead and get $2. Hey, look at that. They're up to 15 bucks now. That's enough to get the mint, if we can get the mint down to the area of the real estate where there's no additional cost. Okay, we're gonna adjust the score. Let's go ahead and adjust our score. Yellow moves up 1 based upon the reputation. Okay, yellow's turn is done. In fact, yellow's turn is not done. We need to adjust the real estate market. The new tile is an office building. Okay, red player is interested in having the most water hexes. They're not super happy about yellow player's turn where they just built a water hex. However, they're not panicking about it yet. They have turns that they can take in the future where they can add water hexes. Remember, they just have to have more than everyone else. Right now, there's just 1 water hex in 1 borough. Instead, they are looking at the airport to purchase, and I'll show you why in just a little bit. Red player is looking at the airport for a couple different reasons. The nice thing about the airport is that these are great for player interactions. First of all, this municipal airport is pretty inexpensive. It only costs $6. Real estate cost is 0. So total payment cost will be $6. They've got the cash for it. It gives $1 income for every airport in the board. Notice this little symbol right here. This is the airport symbol. They don't have to build additional airports. It can be anybody that builds an airport. They're going to get $1 for it. And then on top of it, this common goal right here, 15 bonus points for having the most industry tiles. They've got 1 right now. Everybody's got at least 1. Yellow player has a second one. Well, by purchasing this airport right here, they could pick up a second one as well and be in the running to have the most. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to bring the airport back to the borough here. Oh, we got to pay our $6. Let's do that right now. So let's go ahead and place this guy. We're going to place it right here. I'm not sure that's the one. Let's place it over here. Okay, so now we've got this tile here. Let's place it into the boroughs. We're going to place it right here. Nothing happens here, but we get $1 income boost for every airport. Well, that's an airport, so let's get a $1 boost. We get a -1 reputation for each adjacent green. Well, there's only 1 green, and it's over here. And then lastly, we get a boost of 1 reputation for having a yellow tile adjacent to the community park. So our income will go up to, I'm going to turn in these 3 and take a 5. Getting kind of cash poor. And then our reputation is 3, so let's go ahead and increase our score by 3. And we're up to 10. So red is still on a tear. Let's go to our next player after we reset the real estate market. Sliding down the tiles to fill in the gap. Hey, we got another Waterfront Realty. Red player will definitely want to get that one, but it's just too expensive right now. It costs $16. They're going to have to figure out a way of making that happen But let's just see how the game progresses and see how it goes. Okay, we're coming up to purple player's turn. They've got a nice income track going with $3. That's pretty good. Their reputation is not bad at 2. They've got $9 showing. Their goal is to have the fewest number of yellow tiles. Okay, let's think about what they're going to do. So, looking at the real estate market, I think they're going to go with this guy here. This is a convenience store. Costs $6. I'm going to go ahead and pay for that. And bring this tile back to their home. Where to place it? I think they're going to park it. Maybe park it here. Okay, first thing that happens is +1 income. So up to 4. That's not bad. It's not bad. And then their reputation goes up 1 because they're adjacent to the community park. No effect here for anything else. Does anybody else have any effects? Nope, doesn't look like it. So what they're going to do now is collect their income, which is 4. They'll turn in 1 and take a 5. Overall net loss, but they're going to be able to build some water tiles, I think, in the future to generate some cash. And their reputation is a 3. So let's go ahead and adjust their score. Purple goes up 3. They're at 4. Jump to 7. Okay, let's regenerate our real estate market. All the tiles slide down 1, and we get a new tile. Another convenience store. Okay, just a way of generating some income. It is a blue tile. So, one player right now has no blue tiles. I suspect that player, that's the yellow player, will not draw any blue tiles, and now they've got a lock on this. If they were to draw any blue tiles, they would be tied, and as a result, not have the fewest. They wouldn't be eligible to win these 10 victory points in the game, but by not drawing a blue tile throughout the rest of the game, they're good to go. Okay, we're starting the third round here. This player right here is poor. They need cash. So, along those lines, I think they're going to choose from the real estate market, from the 0 real estate position, the mobile home community, but they're going to flip it over. And they're going to convert it into a waterfront. Now, normally when they do that, so first of all, they have to pay $0. It's from the $0 real estate location, and these tiles cost 0. So under normal conditions, when you put a lake or a water tile into a burrow, you're going to get $2 for each adjacent tile. However, this tile right here states you get an additional 2. So instead of getting 2 per tile, you're going to get 4. They're going to get $12 for placing that water tile. That's pretty nice. Okay, so their $2 are now $14. Good. And now they're going to go ahead and collect their income, which is another $1. So they're up to 15. That's interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and take 3 5s. And they have a reputation of 3. Let's go ahead and boost up their score. Black will go up 3, up to 10. Real estate market can be adjusted. And we're sliding all the tiles down, drawing a new one, the freeway. Somewhat inexpensive, only costs 5, -1 reputation for each adjacent green, and +1 income for every adjacent blue. Huh, okay. Nice way of generating some revenue or income. One thing I'll point out is that our mint is now at face value, costs only $15. This is a bargain. Let's see if anybody can take advantage of it at this round. Okay, I just mentioned on the last player's turn when they replenished the real estate market that the mint is now at face value, or $15. I think there's every reason to get the mint for this guy. He needs to have the highest income on the board, and the mint will definitely help that. Let's see if he can afford it. Yep, he can. So here's $5, $10, $15. Let's go over to the real estate market and collect our mint. Again, we're in the zero position for real estate. $15 here. Yep, this guy can afford it. So let's go ahead and purchase this tile. Again, more groaning on the board because other people are saying I wanted that tile. Now it did cost all of his money, so all $15 goes to the bank. But the trade-off is we get the huge boost here. We're going to park this guy. Where are we going to park this guy? That's interesting. Okay, so let's park it here and let me show you some different strategies and different ideas of how to approach stuff. Okay, so for parking this tile here, first thing we're going to see is a +3 for income. So we're at 2, going to go to 5. That's immediate. Then at the bottom it says get $2 for every gray tile that's in the community. It doesn't have to be adjacent, but it just so happens it's adjacent. So we're going to get $4 for that. So there's our $4. Then the only tile that can interact with this tile that just got placed is this one here. Heavy Factory states that if there is a gray tile adjacent to it, there's a -1 for reputation. So our reputation actually falls to 0. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and collect our income, which is 5. So not bad. We spent $15, and we're already back up to 9. That was not too shabby. And next round we're going to get another $5 income. So that's, again, I think that's the proper move. Now let's go to our scoreboard. There's really nothing to do. Our reputation is 0. I guess we'll skip the scoreboard action this round, because the yellow marker doesn't move. It still stays at 4. They're in last place. Why would they do that? Well, the idea being is that they've got a way, they've got solid income coming in. They can keep cranking up their income and work towards buying tiles that will increase their reputation very quickly. That's the idea. We'll see if it actually comes to fruition. One other aspect that we want to point out is that the yellow player, no blue tiles, and they've got 2 adjacent gray tiles. Let's go over to the common goals. This player is playing the long game. There are in fact 2 common goals that they are in the running for. They actually can score. So this first one is having the most contiguous section of gray tiles. They've got 2. Everybody else is limited to just 1. So they're winning this tile right now. And then the other one is having the fewest blue tiles. They have 0. Everyone else has at least 1. So they've got a lock on this one right now. They don't have to do anything for the rest of the game, and they've got this one. And then having the most yellow tiles. They have 2. One other player has 2. So they're in very good shape to win up to 3 of these. They got a lock on 1, and they're tied or ready to be competitive in the other 2 as well. So that's one of the reasons why they chose the tile, the mint, and then placed it where they did. Even though they lost a reputation, they're trading off reputation right now for a chance to win a lot of tiles in the future. So let's go ahead and adjust our real estate market. The tile coming out. Oh, it's another airport. Okay, this is good for the player that already has an airport on the board. They don't have to buy this airport because somebody else plays this, they will get a benefit. The red player who already has an airport right now, they're going to get a +1 income for having this airport anywhere in any of the other players' boroughs. So that is a good thing. Okay, so now we're at the red player's turn. We just mentioned that they're very happy that another airport is on the board. Does a couple things. It keeps them in the running if they were to purchase it, to have 3 yellow tiles, and they would be in the running to having the common goal where one player has the most yellow tokens. Or if another player purchases that airport, they get the benefit as well, meaning the red player will get the benefit as well because of this feature right here, +1 income for every airport anywhere in the game. So what tile? They have $5 showing. Let's take a look and see what they can do. Okay, the specified goal, or the unique goal to this player, their secret goal I should say, is to have the most waters. 2 players already have 1 water, so it's time to get a water. Which tile to choose, though, is important. So looking at the choices that are on the board for which tile to choose, obviously these 2 would be the best because there would be no cost. And I think that's what they're going to do. Now the farm is kind of interesting. You lose a reputation, but you get +1 for every restaurant. There are 3 restaurants on the board, so this would be worth +3 for income, which is awfully darn nice. But they're looking at this one here. They can't benefit from this because they can't afford this tile right now. But another player could. Boy, they could really clean up nicely. Again, red could benefit from getting this tile, but it's unlikely to survive until it gets around to their turn again. If they take this one and convert it to water, they'll keep somebody else from benefiting from it. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to take this tile, flip it over, and again, probably groans around the table, and they're going to convert it into a water tile. Cost is 0. Let's bring it back to the borough. Where to place it? Well, they're going to place it right here. They're going to get $6 for placing that tile there. No one can benefit from anything. So they're going to take $6 for placing the water tile, and they're going to take an additional 2 because that's what their income is this round. So they are sitting on $8 plus 3 or $13. And let's go ahead and adjust the reputation. They're at 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy, we're getting ready to cross a line. We'll show you what happens when you cross a line when you're moving up the score track. Probably next turn. Next, we're going to regenerate the real estate market. Slide the tiles down. Another business supply store. Okay, this one, for every briefcase that's on the board, and it's any briefcase, you're going to get an additional income. That's not bad. There is an office building right here. That office building has that briefcase icon on it. Okay, purple's turn. Purple has a total of $7. They're trying to have the fewest number of yellow tiles on the board. So for that purpose, they're going to purchase, or let me say it a different way. They're going to purchase a water tile this round. They're going to place a waterfront because they need more cash. But they're not going to choose the yellow tile. Why not? Because they want that yellow tile to be left on the real estate market so that somebody else might want to pick it up. And that could benefit them because they're trying to have the fewest number of yellow tiles. Let's go ahead and see what's available on the real estate market. As I mentioned earlier, they have $7 to spend. They don't want to spend anything that costs significant money, so they're going to choose this tile and flip it over. The total cost is 0 because of the position and the cost on the tile. So $0 is what they have to spend. Let's go ahead and place this water tile. And they're going to park it right here. Get them $6 plus $4 for their income, so a grand total of $10. So they got $10 here. And they got $17 to spend for next round. And they've got a reputation of 3. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Reputation of 3. They're tied with black right now at 10. We'll reset the real estate market. Sliding all the tiles down, and we've got another freeway. Okay, lots of yellow on the board. That's again good for that purple player because they're trying to get one more player to have at least 2 yellow tiles. Let's see what happens in the next round. Okay, so black player, this is our first player again. They are trying to get the most cash by the end of the game. Still early on, we haven't even completed the blue deck yet, or the A deck yet. And so they've got some time before they have to really work on generating cash. But along those lines, it certainly doesn't hurt. I think what they're gonna do, they're looking at the board right now and the common goals. They're really not in the running for anything. They could purchase this farm. This farm is in the first position, so it only costs $9, 9 plus 0, or $9 total. It hurts their reputation a little bit, but it does boost their income up significantly, so by 3. It does help them compete for one of the common goals, that is the one where you have the most yellow tiles. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So they're going to purchase this tile for $9, and they're going to place it over here. So first things first, pay the $9. They're going to lose 1 reputation, but they're going to get $1 boost in income for every restaurant anywhere. So there's 1 fancy restaurant here, there's 1 across the way, and then there's a regular restaurant off on that player over there. So there's a total of 3 restaurants, so their income gets boosted by 3. In addition, they place a tile next to a waterfront, they get $2, but the Waterfront Realty means they get $4. So let's take a 5. Okay, nothing else interacts anywhere on the board, so they're good. Now they're going to collect $3 income. So they're up to 13. Not bad, not bad. Their reputation is, I can't see it here, it's just off camera, but it's a 2. Let's go over to the board and adjust. And black score goes up 2. So up to 12. We'll recycle or replenish the real estate market next. Sliding all the tiles down. Almost done with the A stack. Just, 2 more. Ooh, another fast food restaurant. Interesting. This player's turn is done. Now let's move to yellow. Okay, so yellow player here has got some options. They might try to be a little bit sneaky too. They've got $9 showing here. Looking at the tiles and looking at the common goals, one of the common goals is to have the fewest blue tiles. One of his opponents has 1, the other 2 have 2. If he can get that other player to maybe choose a blue tile, that red player, then all 3 of his opponents will have 2 blue tiles. That allows him then to buy a blue tile because he'll still have the fewest. So along those lines, what he's thinking about doing this round is, actually I think what he's going to do this round is he's going to get a freeway. That gets him another yellow tile. Let's go ahead and take a look at the real estate board. Okay, he doesn't want to touch either one of these 2. Again, why? He wants these to be really cheap and affordable and appealing to that last player who needs blue tiles. Or let me say it a different way. He wants these 2 to be cheap and appealing to the player who has 1 blue tile. He wants that player to buy another one. Then it opens up blue tiles. Then it opens up blue tiles for the yellow player. So I think yellow player is going to choose this tile right here. Cost 5 plus 2 or $7 total. Let's go ahead and pay for this and take it back to our borough. We're going to place this tile right here. Doesn't hurt anything. There's no benefit immediately. We're going to -1 for each adjacent green. Well, there's no adjacent green. And we're going to +1 for every adjacent blue. Well, there's no adjacent blue. We're going to get $2 for being adjacent to water and $5 for income, total of $7 coming back. I don't know if that was the wisest move, but that's what we're going to go with. They're going to be at $9 now, and they've got a reputation still of 0, so their score doesn't change. We're going to need to fix that, and fix that pretty soon. Let's go to the real estate market now. And again, the yellow player has got a lock on having the most yellow tiles in play. What does that mean? It means that they are in the lead for this and be able to score 15. Okay, newest tile. Wow, another fancy restaurant. Okay. Okay, let's see what red player is going to do. Red's choice is pretty easy this round. Again, they're trying to get the most water tiles in play. And let's take a look at the real estate market. They've got, let's see, $13. Yeah, they're set. So let's take a look at the real estate market. Because they're going to be adding water tiles to the board quite a bit, they're going to grab this guy here so they can maximize the benefit. Cost $6. No real estate cost, so total of $6 to be paid. Here's the $6. Okay, so we just paid our $6. Let's go ahead and place this tile right here. No benefit directly. There's a conditional benefit that we're going to get an extra $2 for every tile that's adjacent to water when we place water. That's fine. And then we're also going to get a boost for our reputation. Income is 2. Let's give her $2. And now let's do reputation, which is a 4. Okay, so there's going to be some interesting stuff happening this round. Okay, we're at the scoreboard now. Red has a score of 13. They have a reputation of 4. Notice these red lines, and these red lines are found throughout the scoreboard here. Every time your score crosses one of those red lines, you lose $1 income and one reputation. It's supposed to mimic this idea that small communities, when you first start out with just 3 tiles, you've got a nice small community, got a very appealing community, and people are going to want to live there. As you get larger and larger, your community gets more expensive, so your income goes down. More of your income has to go to pay for infrastructure for that larger community. And also, your community becomes less appealing. So instead of having a reputation of 4, when you cross that line, as soon as you cross that line, your reputation goes down to 3. Now let's see how this works. So we're going to count out the reputation as we're moving. Ready? 1 reputation, 2 reputation. We've crossed a line. We immediately adjust our scores. We're going to lose 1 income and 1 reputation. So we're losing 1 income and 1 reputation. Our reputation now is 3. Let's go back to the scoreboard. Remember, we started with 13. We counted 1, 2. Our reputation now is 3. So now we're going to finish our reputation. So our reputation goes up only 3, even though we started with 4. So our reputation now is 3, and that's as far as we go. So in this regard, red has crossed a threshold, the first red line here. Their town has become a little bit larger, and as a result, based on the reputation, the population is such that it's reduced the appeal of the community, and that's what how that is represented. Okay, let's go ahead and replenish our real estate market. Hey, we got a parking lot. So a parking lot, kind of expensive, but get a 1 income immediately, and then you get $1 income for every adjacent gray or blue. So that is appealing. That's a nice way of generating revenue or increasing your income. Okay, so purple is flush with cash. They got 17 bucks or practically anything on the board. They can't afford the parking lot, but they can get everything else. The fewest number of blues, that's one of the common goals here. The most number of yellows, but they have a personal goal to have the fewest number of yellows. So yellows are not an option for them. In fact, they want to keep yellow tiles in the real estate market to get other people to purchase them. So if they were going to do something this round, they're not going to purchase yellow. They're going to want, well, let's take a look at the real estate market to see what there is. Okay, based upon their income, they can afford every tile, not income. Based upon their cash reserves, they have $17, they can purchase any tile except for this one. So this one is not in the running, but any of these others. However, their personal goal states that they're not going to try for these two. So these 3 tiles are out of the running. They're not even going to consider these 3. They may be tricky this round. So what they're going to do is go back to their burrow, and in fact, they're going to use one of their investment markers. That's one of these markers right here. So what an investment marker does is it allows the player to reactivate one of their tiles. They have to pay the cost of that tile. So in this case, it's $9 to reactivate their fancy restaurant. So they're going to pay $10 and get $1 back. They're going to place the marker right on the tile. They're going to immediately get this benefit again, so their income goes up to 7. Very nice. Although the income went up by 3, so they get to do this again, this 2 times marker does not apply to the conditional situation. In addition, the investment marker does not impact any adjacent tiles in that regard. So we saw a boost of $7 for income. The reputation is 3. Let's go ahead and collect their income of 7. Not too bad. And reputation goes up by 3. Let's go ahead to our track and adjust that. Purple's reputation goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, did not cross the red line yet. However, next turn it will, and we'll be adjusting both their income and their reputation accordingly. Let's adjust the real estate market. Oh, we actually have to do one more thing. Sorry, I forgot about this. The last thing they need to do is discard one of the tiles here, paying the cost of the real estate only. They are going to get rid of this tile right here. It's out of the game. And now they're going to slide the tiles this way. And our A stack is empty. So now we're going to start with our first B stack tile. And this one is an elementary school. Cost is not too much. We get a +1 reputation immediately for having an elementary school in our suburb. And then we're going to see a +1 for each of the suburb or green tiles that we have in our community. Okay, our first player has got $13 in cash. They are going to go and purchase from the 0 real estate slot the municipal airport for a grand total of $6. Let's go ahead and pay for that right now. Okay, paid for that. And they're gonna slot this airport in right here. First thing that happens is they get $1 income boost for every airport on the board. There's one here for this player, and there's one across the board, the player over here. They've got an airport as well, so their income goes up 2. In addition, they got Waterfront Realty, and they've just placed a tile here, so they're gonna pick up $4 for that. Let's go ahead and get the $4. 1, 2, 3, 4, just added $4. We're going to have to now look across the board at the red player. Let's go over there right now. Red player has an airport that states that if there's any airport on the board, and there is now over the first player, the black player, income goes up 1. Let's go back to our current player. Okay, we're going to collect income now. Another $5. Not bad. That $6 tile has netted them that they've got $16 in reserve now. That's pretty good. They've got 2 reputation. Let's go ahead and adjust that. Black goes up 2 spots, and they're 1 step away from their reputation being hit. Let's regenerate the real estate market. Sliding the tiles down. A casino. Very expensive, $22. Huge hit in the reputation. But the benefit of a casino is that every time you cross one of these red lines, you get a +1 in your income. What does that translate into? Well, it means that every time you cross a red line, your income doesn't go down by 1. Normally it would, but this negates that. That is a pretty interesting tile. It's also very expensive right now. Grand total cost is $32 in this position, but it will be getting cheaper as the game progresses. Okay, yellow player is set up now where they, each of their opponents has at least 2 blue tiles. They don't have any right now. Yellow doesn't have any, which means they can buy a blue tile and still have the fewest blue tiles at the end of the game. I think that's what they're going to be focusing on. Let's go to the real estate market and see if there's something we can do. Okay, at the real estate market, we see some choices here. If they purchase this tile for $8, they've got a total of $9, so they can afford to buy this guy. Income goes up by 1, and then income will continue to go up every time a office building is played. Right now there are no office buildings in play, but they could be in these stacks over here. So that's 1 guaranteed income. They're not going to purchase a yellow tile right now because they don't have blue tiles in their borough. They've already got a freeway anyways. Can they afford this? Yes, they can. They can afford the fast food restaurant. It costs $9. That's all the cash they have. It will boost their income by 1, and if it's adjacent to a green tile, they'll get a boost in population as well. They are going to can't afford, don't need, can't afford. So their choices are this tile and this tile. I think they're going to go with this tile here. Reason is, even though it costs $9, the reason is they're going to see a boost in income immediately. They're going to see a boost in income immediately, and then later on when they play a green tile, they're going to get a boost in population. Their score is kind of hurting right now, so they need to increase their population any way they can. So let's go ahead and get this tile. It costs $9. $9, that's all the cash they have. They're going to go ahead and place this tile over here. Going to see a boost of $1 income immediately. Let's go ahead and do that. And then this tile here says +1 income for every adjacent blue. So they're going to get another boost. And then for the future, when they play green tiles, and you can play tiles outside of your borough area, so they could play a tile here. They just can't place tiles on top of one another, and they can't be placed on the borough board itself. So they could place a green tile here, and they're going to see their boost. Okay, let's collect some income, $7. And again, their reputation is 0, so their score doesn't change. Okay, they absolutely have to start working on that. They're going to get too far behind, so that's something they'll be tackling. Let's go to the real estate market because we don't need to go to the scoring board. And let's regenerate our real estate market. We'll slide these guys down. Grab the next tile, which is another elementary school. Okay, we know how that works. That wouldn't be too bad for that yellow player. They might consider doing something there. Okay, red is a little cash poor. They've got $9. What they're going to do is they're going to get another waterfront. It's one of the things they need to do for their personal goal. They need to have the most, and this would give them the most. And they've got the Waterfront Realty tile as well, which means they're going to get twice as much of income for every adjacent tile. So let's go ahead and grab a tile from the real estate market. They're going to go ahead and just grab this one right here, the business supply store, convert that to water, cost to 0. Let's go place that in the borough. Where in the borough are we going to place this? I think we're going to try to keep these areas clear to put in suburbs, green tiles, because we're going to get the bonus. So let's park it right here. Normally you would get $2 for each adjacent tile. We're going to get $4 or $8 plus another $2 income for this turn. So we're going to get 10 total. Let's go ahead and just collect that right now. That's not bad. We're up to 19 bucks and we've got a 3 reputation. Let's go ahead and move our marker up. So red's lead begins to extend. 1, 2, 3. They're at this position here. When they cross this line, their reputation, they're going to move 2 steps if there's no change. As soon as they cross this line, their reputation addition will end. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and that will be it. Time to replenish that real estate market. Another tile. Ooh, a retirement village. Big boost, just instant score boost and decent price. So not bad. Okay, for purple, I got a decent reputation score of 3. Their income is at 7, but I think we can really crank that up. So let's try to get that income up a little bit higher. Along those lines, we've got $15 to spend. I don't think we have to spend all of that for what we want to do. Let's take a look. I think we're going to get the parking lot. Cost 12 plus 2, $14. Let's go ahead and pay for that. Leaves us with $1. Let's take this one back to our borough. And I think we're going to park it right here. So we see a $1 increase in income immediately. And then we get a $1 increase in income for each adjacent gray and blue. That's another 2. Income is now at 10. And then the community park plays off of this new tile. We get a +1 reputation, so our reputation is up to 4. So let's go ahead and collect our income, which is 10. And we're going to move up our score track by 4. And I think we're going to be crossing a red line, so we're going to keep track of where we are. Our reputation is 4. Okay, here we go. Reputation is 4. Let's go ahead and start counting up. 1, 2. It goes down by 1, so it's 3. Here's our 3rd position. Then we're done. Let's go ahead and adjust our income and reputation accordingly. Okay, because we crossed the red line, we have to lose 1 reputation and 1 income. And we'll finish up purple's turn by refreshing the market. Okay, let's refresh that market. Elementary school is getting kind of cheap now. Oh, we've got an office of bureaucracy. Appeal goes down to, but we get a +1 income for each of our gray tiles, including this one. Oh, this is nice too. And it's an office supply. Does anybody? Perhaps we got rid of that tile. Okay, so nobody benefits from that. So at the end of round 5, the score right now is red's in the lead with 19, purple has 16, black has 14, and yellow is trailing quite far behind with only 4. Yellow's decision to focus on their income rather than their reputation has meant that, well, their reputation is lacking right now. I think their score is 0 at this point. Of course, if yellow can then use that high income to really boost up the reputation, it will all pay off at the end. We'll just have to see how the game turns out. So at the end of round 5, all of the players still have a pretty good chance to complete their personal goals and still be competitive for the common goals as well, meaning there's lots of points available towards their final score. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and continue right where we left off, meaning we'll be starting at turn 6, and we'll go to around turn 10 or so. So please join me for the next video, and we'll continue this playthrough. Bye now.